Hello there everyone, this is Class 47 Peter and welcome to the first of a brand new series of revamped videos where instead of it all being filmed on camera I'm going to be using recorded narration from a microphone from now on. But anyway, let's get cracking on with today's video. Okay, so in today's review we are going to be having a look at the Bachmann Suburban coaches, in which I have 3 of them, as you can see in this photo here when I first got them. They all came from S&J Models at a price of £15 each, which I think is a very good price for these coaches. Now I have been wanting to get hold of a rake of 3, which is prototypical, for ages, and so now I finally have them. They are all in the crimson livery, which the sole reason why I got these is because they are like the coaches they have on the Llangollen Railway, which are in this livery, and so it made more of a sense to get them. The Llangollen Railway may not be my favourite heritage railway to visit, but it's still a railway that I recommend you go to, because it's a great railway and it's very picturesque. And they do have 3 suburban coaches in the crimson livery, like the ones I have here in model form. So that's basically the reason why I got them, because I just simply couldn't resist and I was simply urged into getting them basically. We'll start by looking at the first composite coach. The packaging from Bachmann is the older style packaging, the standard cardboard box with the plastic packaging. It's not the new style packaging. The packaging itself though isn't very good, as demonstrated when I get the model out of the box. No, I'll only be looking at the one composite coach, because both composite coaches are pretty much more or less the same thing. But anyway, so if we move on to the detail, it is actually a really nice model. We'll start with the bogie detail. We have rivets on the bogies like on the real thing. We have axle boxes, springs, and also metal wheels, which is good because they are better than the plastic wheels. Moving on to the underframe detail, just like on the real thing, as we would expect to see, all the underframe detail is there. Some of it does look a bit basic, I'll give it that, but there is some detail that's been put on separately, so that is a bonus. Now for the roof detail, it's not very interesting to look at, but there is some detail there. You've got the bumps on the roof and the lines, just like as it is in reality, and also the roof is painted in a nice shade of grey too, which makes it stand out more with the crimson livery, which it looks really nice with it. The livery application is very well applied. They've got the correct shade of crimson bang on, which is just what we want, because it is important to get the livery right, as well as the model and detail. Because otherwise, if the livery was wrong, I'd think there'd be quite a lot of purists out there that wouldn't really approve of that, to say the least. Moving on to the front of the coach, in which both ends are painted black, just like they are on the real coach. There are no gangways on the suburban coaches, but that's like it is with reality. For detail, although it is hard to see in the photograph, there are some metal separately fitted handrails there, which is good, because it adds to the detail. There's also some pipework there as too. Also on the buffer beam, there's a small coupling hook as well, which again adds to the detail. Now for those of you that like sprung buffers, you will be a bit disappointed to hear that on these coaches the buffers are not sprung. But Bachmann don't really spring load up the buffers on the rolling stock. Also, the buffers are made of plastic, which is a bit of a disappointment because it would have been nice if they were made of metal. However, what you can do is you could paint them up to make them look like that they're metal, or you could rust them up and weather them up a bit. Also, this coach has a slim tension coupling. It is however not a NEM coupling, as demonstrated in this photo here. As you can see that it's held in place with a screw. However, I am glad that the coupling is a slim tension one. Moving down to the door handles of these coaches. Now, although they are basic and not separately fitted, they are painted, which is nice because it gives it some much needed detail. Not that it has anything wrong in terms of detail, but it's nice to see that they have painted the door handles, which looks nice. Being this coach is a first class coach, there are number ones printed in the three middle doors here, as you can see in the photo, and they are crisply printed on, as you can see. In all the coach windows there are glazing, like there should be, because it wouldn't look very nice if there was no glazing in the model at all. And also, inside the whole of the coach there are seats, so you can add some seated passengers in there if you want, or paint the seats, or even add interior lighting, but I'm not going to do it, but it's there if you want to. Then we also have the coach number M41006, which is crisply printed on the sides there. So with the composite coach now out of the way, let's move on to the brake coach. Now, first of all, I should point out that the wheels on this coach are not metal. Unlike the other two composites, they are metal. In this case, the wheels are plastic. The axles are metal, but the wheels are not, which is a little bit of a disappointment, to be honest. And it's also odd that this coach has plastic wheels and the other two coaches had metal wheels. But you can, however, replace the wheels, which I might do at a later date. Now, although the roof detail is mostly the same as that on the composite, there is some slight difference in terms of detail. As you can see, there's some extra detail added on the roof of the brake coach. We then move on to the ends of the coaches. Just like on the other coach, the ends are painted black like they should be. There are some metal handrails there as well as some pipe work, which looks very nice. And again, like on this coach, the buffers are made of plastic, so they're not sprung, but as I said earlier, you can't paint them up or weather them up a bit, which will look really nice then. Now, it's not just the wheels that are different on this coach. As you can see in this photo, the couplings are different as well, because they are not the slim tension lock couplings as seen on the other coach. These are Bachmann's older style couplings that are bigger, thicker in terms of the plastic, but also these are the couplings that have the springs on them, on the coupling hook. However, it is fitted with a screw, so they can be changed to the slim tension lock couplings, just as long as they are the ones that require screws to be fitted to them, which Bachmann have supplied as spares. Just like on the other coach, the livery application is spot on. There are also the door handles present that are painted, glazing in all the windows, and also there are seats in the whole of the coach, at least in the area that the passengers can sit in anyway. Moving down to the end of the coach, we have the toilet area, as you can see by the window that's blanked out and is painted white like it is on the real thing. Also, next to it you have the guard compartment, where you have guard crisply printed on the door, and you also have some handrails down the side of that door as well, painted black. They're not fitted on separately, they are basic, but they are painted, and so that does give it a little bit more detail. Then lastly for detail, we have the number of this coach crisply printed on the side, M43259. And the accurate style fonting and colouring as well of the lettering, which looks really nice. We then come on to the performance of these coaches, in which they were ran round the layout behind the Bachmann Class 5700 pannier tank 7739 in the BR Black Early Emblem livery. As you can see in the video clips, the coaches ran very smoothly. It is worth mentioning that considering the coach behind the pannier tank had a different coupling compared to that of the latter two, when running around the layout, the couplings of the coaches did not come disconnected with each other. So overall, if you are looking to recreate that classic branch line train, then I would strongly recommend that you get these coaches. Or if you just want to own some of these Suburban coaches, there are a wide variety of liveries to choose from, but personally I think the Crimson livery is probably one of the best liveries that you can get them in. They're very nicely detailed, they run smoothly, and they do look the part on the layout. I therefore give these coaches a rating of 5 out of 10. This has been Class 47 Peter signing out, and I'll see you again soon in the next review. Take care.